맞아. 조심해야 돼. 어떻게 그렇게 되냐?
Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So before I talk about my project here, I just want to say thank you so much for checking out my mom's new YouTube channel. It seems like some of you actually went over there and subscribed and watched some of her videos. And my mom was really excited. Every time she had a new subscriber, she came to me and showed it to me. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you for that. And if you haven't checked out her channel yet, I'll have it linked in the description box below. But yeah, she's planning on uploading more. Or if you didn't know, my mom's a pianist. She used to play at concert halls and she used to teach at universities as well. But yeah, so she started making videos of her playing classical music like Beethoven and a couple of Chopin waltzes. So if you like listening to classical music, I'll have it in the description box below. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out her videos. So this is Midsummer Night's Fairy by Mirabilia, and I stitched the lighter parts last night, and I did mess up somewhere here, but I just decided to add a couple more stitches to make it work instead of pulling everything out. I think I added 4 extra stitches, but I had to take out a lot to fix those 4. So yeah, instead of ripping those out, I decided to just add more stitches to hide the mistake, and I think it worked out. And I know the color of the fabric matches the dress almost perfectly, so it's kind of hard to see some of the stitches, but because the outline of the dress is lighter and also darker on the other side, I think it should be fine. It's just the midtones are almost an exact match to the dress, so yeah, some stitches are getting lost right now, but I think it'll look okay once the dress is fully stitched. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this project, so I'm going to work on this today and try to get as much done as possible because my plan is to work on this until tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to use this Q-snap to stitch Sleeping Beauty. So yeah, I'm going to try and spend as much time as possible on this one today. And I think I forgot to show this in my last video, but I finished this ornament last week, I believe, and I did record a finish with me video, but I forgot to upload it. But let me know if you want to see it. I don't think I recorded everything, but just the part where I used cardboard to do the lacing. Yeah, but it looks really bright in this lighting, so I'll add pictures here if I can. But yeah, so for this I used yellow felt because I didn't have any, because I didn't have any pretty fabrics to go with this design. And then I had this pastel rainbow rickrack, and I thought that was perfect for this project, so I just sewed that on. And then I added a little heart button in the middle, and yeah, this was a really simple stitch and also a really simple finish, so I was really happy with how this one turned out. And overall, it's just a happy looking ornament. And I did get a question a couple of weeks ago on how to get sharp corners when making these flat ornaments. And it was a little hard to do with this one because the felt that I used were a little thicker than regular fabrics, but I just folded at the edge like I would when I package a gift. So I folded inwards a little in the corners, just like an envelope, if that makes sense. And for the lacing, I started using a lot of tape. Before I used to use thread and actually laced it, but now I just use tape and just secure it that way. I don't know, I just find it faster and easier in some cases. So yeah, so I just use tape and pull in the corners, but not too hard because I don't want the stitching to get all warped at the edge. So yeah, if you actually want to see how I do it, let me know and I'll try to upload that finish with me video. And then I also worked on my doily, and this is really fun to work on. It's taking a lot longer to finish one round since it's getting larger each round, but it's so much fun. And I actually started my second spool, and the first spool was also a new one, so it does take a lot of yarn, but it's really fun and also really pretty. And I think I've gotten a lot better with my tension, but it is still not laying flat. But a lot of you gave me advices on how to wash it and how to pin the doily, so I'm going to try those. So thank you so much for the comments. I had no idea about pinning and washing doilies. So yeah, right now I'm about right here. So I think I have like 6 or 7 rounds left to do, and I'm really excited for the next few rounds because I get to do these popcorns again, and there's a lot of them in one of the rounds, but those are super fun to make and also really fun to look at. So yeah, I'm going to finish this one pretty soon and then start another one. I think I want to start, well, there's 2 oval ones in here, so this is one of them, but I want to start this one. So this is going to be my next doily project. So yeah, I guess that's everything that I have to talk about right now. So the plan is to work on this today and also my doily, and I think I'm going to make pizza for dinner, so that's going to take up some of my time today because I'm going to try a new dough recipe because I want my dough to be a little crispier, but so far it's been very like doughy bread, if that makes sense. So I started adding baking powder to it, which made it a little crispier, but yeah, I'm just gonna try a new recipe today. But anyways, so I'm going to start working on this, and I think I want to focus on like the purple ribbons today, so we'll see how much I can get done on that. So yeah, I guess that's it for now, so I'll talk to you again later. Okay, so I just got this purple ribbon stitched, and this was a lot of fun. It's only like 4 different colors, and I don't know, it's just a fun color to stitch with. So I really enjoyed that just now. And I also stitched this. I think I forgot to talk about this earlier, but this is my new cat design for my Etsy shop. And I finished all of the tulips and started stitching the cat. And I was trying to stitch all the different stages of tulips. I don't know if that's coming across, but yeah. And also I couldn't decide on the colors, so I ended up just stitching both of my favorites. And this is the fabric that I hand dyed last week, I think, by dipping the fabric into 2 different color dyes. I'll link the video where I make this fabric, but yeah, so well, so far I think it looks pretty good. I actually hand dyed this fabric specifically for this design, so yeah, I think this will be up on my Etsy shop by next week. So I think I'm going to stop stitching for now, and oops, I'm dropping everything. But I think I'm going to take a break from stitching and start working on my doily. I want to get to the popcorn crochets, so yeah, but I'm going to work on this again and try to get a little bit more done on our dress. So yeah, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. So I just washed my doily with a little bit of soap, and I'm gonna try and block this onto this, well, it says artboard, but it's kind of foamy, so I'm just gonna pin this directly onto this board. And I think this is really nice because it has like these guidelines. So I'm just gonna match these two boards up so that I could have this symmetrical. And I also got some pins, so I'm just gonna use this and just pin it directly onto this board. It has this sheet over it, but I'm just gonna pin it over it because I need this guideline. So hi everyone, so it's been a few days since my last update, but I started working on April's blue diamond yesterday, and this is what she looks like finished. And I just focused on finishing the bouquet that she's holding, and this only took about, I don't know, a little less than 2 hours maybe. It was a pretty quick stitch, and I did mess up, but I didn't go back and fix it, so it's a little lopsided, but since it's a organic bouquet of flowers, I didn't feel like I had to fix it. But I just like to mention all of the mistakes or changes that I make, just in case someone decides to stitch the same projects and I don't want them to get confused if they do notice the differences. So I hope I don't sound too repetitive because I do make a lot of mistakes and I don't always go back and fix them. So that's all I did on April's blue diamond, but I also did stitch a little bit more on this before I took this off from the Q-snap. I can't remember exactly where, but it has to be the dress, the blues. So I'm about the middle point of the whole design, but I still have lots to go. And I feel like I didn't really spend that much time on this one. So I think I'm gonna come back to this again pretty soon. But yeah, I think this might be one of my favorite fabrics that I hand dyed. I'm not really good at getting modelings on the fabrics, but I really like the subtle patterns on this one. I think I did a pretty good job on it. So I think I'm gonna experiment more, or I guess practice more on that. But yeah, so I have Sleeping Beauty on my second Q-snap. So I didn't work on this just yet, but I'm going to start today, which I'm super excited about. But this is what it looks like finished. And I have some park threads here, but I don't think I'm going to work on these this time, but I'm going to stitch the roses that goes this way, this part here, and then like the stone pillars on this side. And then if I'm happy with how much I have on that part of the piece, I'm going to come back over here and work my way this way. Yeah, really looking forward to working on this. And for April, I'm just going to have April's blue diamond on the rotation. I think it just makes sense. But I'm also going to work on this at some point because I want to finish this before June, I think I said last time in my other video. And all I have to do with this one is the cross stitches with the DMCs. I don't need any like the specialty stuff with this, so it'll be an easy finish, I feel like. So yeah, that's my loose plans for April. And I just want to show you what I've been working on the past few days. And so I finished my large doily I think I'll include the videos of that before this clip, so you might have already seen it. But since I finished that, I started this one, so this oval one, and this is a darker color yarn, and I really like the tan look of it, so I'm working on this. Let me just pull this a little bit tighter, but yeah, this is really fun. I think I'm on round 5 or maybe 6, and then I also finished, well, I wanted to use up all of the leftover yarn, so I was looking for some small projects, so I finished this small heart pattern. Also I started another one, and it's this small snowflake, and this is the yarn that I have left over. So I'm on the last round on this one, and I got all of these for free on Ravelry, I think. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to check it out. But yeah, so this one's almost finished. But I feel like I should have used thinner yarn for these two because it feels really bulky, especially in these sections. It's a lot thicker in those sections because the overlapping stitches. So I'm going to look for thinner yarns for doilies. But I actually started these because I wanted to use up all of the leftover yarns. But it's making me want to expand my yarns for doilies. So yeah, I guess I'm going to work on this oval one along with my mirrors. But yeah, I don't know if crocheting and doilies are interesting for you to watch, but I just really like them. I don't really use them for anything. I think I just like to make them. So yeah, but I'm going to start working on Sleeping Beauty. So I'll check in again if I have something else to show you. So I just finished my small snowflake doily. It was pretty quick since it's so tiny, and I think it looks better than the heart, to be honest. And I still have some left, but I don't think it's going to be enough for another one, so yeah, I think I'm going to start Sleeping Beauty now. So it's a little later, and I crocheted a little and actually finished the small snowflake. I'll just add a quick clip of that, but after that I stitched some of the greens and also some roses, but mostly here at the edge. I also went back here to finish the greens, but I really wanted to get to the stone pillar down here, so I started with that. But I need to fill in this whole section and some here as well. So all of these empty spaces are not done yet. There's a lot of green in this section, so I'm going to go back and do that. And also the border here is like the same frame border as this, so I'm going to get to that at some point. But yeah, I'm really glad that I'm working on this again. I think this is also the one that has no like specialty stuff like Krenix and stuff like that. I think there might be 2 different color beads that I need to convert to 40 count fabric beads, like the petite size. But other than that, I don't think there's any specialty stuff. It's just all DMC. So I think I'm going to try and finish this one as well by end of this year. Hi everyone, so it's Monday morning and I'm really happy with my progress. I spent a lot of time on this last night and it was really fun to work on this, so I just kept on going. So I finished this section of the roses, which were really fun to stitch, and then I finished all of the empty spaces up here, including this little section, but I didn't get to the border yet. So I'm going to start with that tonight, and then I'll start working on the stone pillar. And I think I have a couple more roses here, so I'm going to finish that, and after I get those done I'm going to move over here and start working on connecting the 2 sides and see if that matched. But nothing went wrong up here, so I'm assuming everything will match perfectly, but you never know. But yeah, so that's the plan for Sleeping Beauty. I'm going to work on this all week, but once in a while I'll start putting in some stitches on April's Blue Diamond. I'm thinking maybe I'll start getting the specialty stuff for this one because it's kind of hard to work on this without those, so I'm going to have to spend some time working on those conversions. So yeah, but that's everything that I have for you today. I don't have a lot of plans for April other than just working on my mirrors. And yeah, so I'm going to end the video here. Feel free to comment if you have any questions or projects that you would like to see in my videos, and I'll try to work on them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video soon. Bye!